Welcome back to Collecting Elvis on Vinyl, Part 4. Today I'd like to talk about the Camden budget albums. These albums were issued between the years 1969 and 1986 in the UK. The first one being Flaming Star. The reason for going through these is that even though, ironic, these were a budget line release, around 7 or 8 of these albums now command quite a high price on the resale market. So let's have a quick overview of the albums first, and then we'll get into the ones which are the collectibles. As I say, this was the first one, Flaming Star, 1969. There's a bit of a myth that some people tend to think they ended here in 1973 with the 10th release, Separate Ways. But as I said earlier, they did actually go up to 1986, and this was the very last Camden release, a reissue of the Kissing Cousins album. And there's the original. You can see slight variation in the cover. Colours are more vibrant on the reissue. The picture's been brought forward a little more. So you can see Elvis has got, you can see 4 buttons on his shirt there and only 3 on this one. As I brought the picture forward more, the picture of the family portrait is actually on the very bottom of the sleeve, and on the original issue it's about 1 inch up. There is obviously more variants on the back of the cover, and it does have its own catalogue number, a new one, CDS 1222 Camden stereo, whereas the original has the RD prefix. There you go, mono copy. Obviously the label's different as well. That's the original Kissing Cousins, and that's the Camden. As I say, these went up to 1986. So in that time, from the first 69 to 1986, there was actually 36 Camden releases, quite a few. So I'm lucky enough to own them, so we'll have a quick overview of that, and then let's get into the ones which are worth the most money. So here are the 36 UK copies of the budget albums. First one, of course, Flaming Star. Sorry for the glare. Let's Be Friends. Christmas album. Almost in Love. These are, as I said, the UK versions. If you can see, some of the albums are slightly elevated. Underneath are variants, Pickwick USA copies, which obviously had different covers. I hope to show them in a later video, but for now these are just the UK copies. We'll Never Walk Alone was next. Come On Everybody, the following one. I Got Lucky. Bits from the movies. Burning Love. Separate Ways. Easy Come, Easy Go. We go to the US Mail. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley Volume 2, no skimping on the titles here. The Elvis Presley Collection. These are what I call Camdens of Camdens. These are just reissued albums put in a different cover, which we'll go into later on. Collection Volume 2. Please don't stop loving me. Collection Volume 3. Double Dynamite Volume 1. Double Dynamite Volume 2. Double Dynamite again. The King Elvis. Elvis. The Wonderful World of Elvis. Return to Sender. It's Now or Never. Heartbreak Hotel. Suspicious Minds. Are You Lonesome Tonight? Can't Help Falling in Love. Love Songs. A Legend. First 10 Years. The Rock Hits. Reissue of Girls, Girls, Girls. And the final one, 1986, Kissing Cousins. So there are the 36 UK releases of the budget Camden albums. Again, they get a lot of criticism, but when I was purchasing these, they were 99 pence, and their final price in the 86 was about £2.49. For that you got 10, maybe 12 tracks, a glossy cover, sometimes you got a free poster. So to me they were value for money. Now let's look at the ones which command a high price. Here's some Camden albums. Now all of these came with a different sleeve. So the ones to look out for are the alternate sleeves. This is the first sleeve. This one's quite easy to get hold of out of this batch, and that's the second sleeve, same album. Suspicious Minds. This one actually comes in a variant as well. The back sides are exactly the same, but the first copy of this one has no barcode, and the second copy does. So there's a variant in that sleeve also. The records are exactly the same. I'll say that one's fairly common out of this batch. The next one, Are You Lonesome Tonight? That's the standard sleeve, and that's the one to look out for. That's the alternate sleeve. These are withdrawn quite quickly, so there's not that many of them around. Heartbreak Hotel features a variant sleeve. First sleeve, no barcode. Second sleeve, barcode in the right hand. Of course, the one to look out for is this one. That's the withdrawn sleeve for Heartbreak Hotel. It's Now or Never. the next one. That's the sleeve issued. And there's the variant sleeve, which is the withdrawn copy. Different back to this one as opposed to this one, which is in the red. There we go. So just to recap, the sleeves to look out for are this one, this one, and this one. Again, eagle-eyed fans of the Camden releases will notice that this sleeve is very similar to the reissue of Flaming Star. This reissue came out in 1979. When I laid all the Camdens out, 36 releases, I didn't include this one as it is a reissue of the 69 album. As you can see, sleeves are very similar as in the next one. Now or never, very similar. Please don't stop loving me. I know you liked them tonight. Is the same as Double Dynamite. Okay, there are the three withdrawn sleeves. Now we come to the problem. This is Elvis Christmas album, original, 1970. A few copies of this. It's all on the International. This is the reissue, 1975, slightly different cover on the Camden. A few copies of that. This is the Pickwick American version, slightly different cover. The Pickwick label. Now this album was also issued with a withdrawn sleeve, which I don't have. It was offered to me recently for £120, which I thought was a bit much, but it's not too far out of the ballpark, to be honest, because these, you'll probably see these go for about £100 each. So I don't think it was that wide of the mark, but I'll probably pick it up hopefully at a later date. Having the three, you obviously want to collect the four, so if I can get it for slightly cheaper than that, I'll probably add it to my collection very shortly, hopefully. There are quite a few more Camden albums that deserve a mention, so I think we'll probably make another video and discuss a few more of them ones. I don't believe I showed you the back of Heartbreak Hotel, which on the variant is different. There you go. Okay, so until the next video, just remember, while there's music, life's no waste. Hopefully part 2 coming up very shortly of the Camden albums.